Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Some of y'all probably like. Today I will be making a sweet potato cream cheese pound cake. Now if you've seen that video where I made a sweet potato cream cheese, you know. But if you don't know, let me rewind it for you. I feel like if it was cheesecake mixed with a regular cake, you know, like something like pound cake or whatever, I feel like that would be so good. Here are my ingredients. I have a big can of sweet yams. I'm not sure the size, but I will be actually adding in another one, but only like half the size. I have my cream cheese, 2 of them. Make sure they're room temperature. I have my butter, my brown sugar, as well as my confectioner sugar. I have these pumpkin spice. It's like cookie mix, but I'm gonna use that to make the actual cake part. I have my salt and my spices. Right here I have some Cheerios that I actually have for a few months, and I didn't want it to go to waste, and I was not planning on eating it no time soon or really at all, but I wanted to use that to incorporate that, so I will be using that as well as my vanilla syrup. So yeah, that's about it, y'all. We're gonna get started. So in my food processor, yes, y'all, I'm so happy because I think this is the first time I'm making a crust using this processor. So yeah, I added my Cheerios, and I wanted to eat it to make sure it wasn't stale. It still had its crunch, and it actually tasted pretty good. Like it had honey on it, but you know how something after you eat it, it have an aftertaste. That's what it had. So like I didn't add some more sugar. So right here you see half a stick of butter. I think that was brown butter. If I'm not, well, no, it wasn't, because I don't think I didn't feel like browning it. So yeah, that's regular butter, but I melted it, and then I just poured it in there. I'm gonna add in my little bit of salt, probably like a pinch, my tablespoon of brown sugar, and I'm gonna mix it up. And this is what you see right here. This is my crust. So yeah, sit that to the side. Now I'm gonna take my big can, I don't know the size, of my sweet potato yums. If you have 2 regular size, that'll be good. That'll suffice. And you want to drain the juice. Don't discard it, but just drain it and put it to the side and empty that into a big bowl. This is where I'm going to start seasoning it. I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon of the allspice. And I'm going to do this twice. So put 2 and 1/4 teaspoon. Now I'm going to use another 1/4 teaspoon of the ginger, just only one of them this time, because you want that taste there a little bit but not too much. This ain't ginger snaps, gingerbread cookie, you feel me? Gingerbread pie. So yeah, you just want that taste just a little bit. Don't overdo it, y'all. Now I'm gonna use 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. You don't want to overdo it. A little goes a long way with this. I'm gonna add 2 capfuls of the vanilla extract. I'm gonna add like a pinch of salt to balance it off. Yes, I know y'all be like, okay, balance what off? You didn't put the sugar in there yet. Wait, I'm about to get to. Now here is the brown sugar, y'all. There's no measuring cup, but it's pretty much about half a cup that I used. Then I'm gonna add in my creamer as opposed to milk, and that's about 1/2 cup that I use. And I'm just gonna mix it to everything's incorporated and smooth. Here's where I decided I needed another can. This is more smaller, and that other batter was just not enough for me. Yeah, and you see how everything is combined and how it looks. So yeah, like I said, this was not enough for me. So that's when I opened up the other can and poured it in there. Now, you know how I drained the juice on the first one? I didn't drain the juice on this one. So I feel like I needed more, like, you know, with the juice, and yeah, everything works out. So I'm just going to empty the whole can in there. So if you follow this recipe, which I'm praying you do, you know, do the exact same thing. So I set it to the side that got blended. Now I'm going to start on my cream cheese one. So in another bowl, or in my case a pot, take your room temperature cream cheese, both of them. Now I'm going to add in some confectioner sugar, because you do want it to be sugared up. And that's about a cup. I'm then going to add in some more vanilla extract. And I'm going to use like 1 dab, aka capful. Here I'm going to be using my vanilla syrup and about 1 tablespoon. I don't want to put too much liquid because I will be also using the creamer as well, and that's more liquid. So about another tablespoon. And I'm going to add like a pinch of salt just to balance it off, and take that and blend it up. And you just want to taste it and make sure it's to your liking. And it tasted good. So now I'm going to add in my 1 room temperature egg. You want to make sure you taste everything before you add your egg. After you blend that, just set that to the side. So now I'm going to start on my actual cake mix. So I'm going to open the box of cake and just empty that inside. It's actually cookie mix, but yeah, today it's going to be cake. So yeah, I'm going to empty a whole stick of butter. Make sure that's room temperature. I'm just following the directions to the box. You just need 1 egg. So an egg, the flour from the cake thing or, cookie thing, and some butter. And just go ahead and mix that. Now, maybe my measurement was just a little bit off with the butter because it wasn't exactly a stick. It was missing a few pieces, if that makes sense. So I feel like it didn't get as, loose as I wanted it to. So, yeah, that's why I'm going to add in additional of my juice from the can of candy yams. I added half a cup of the juice. And just want to blend that in as well, or should I say mix it in. So even though it's a pumpkin spice cookie mix, I still want to add an additional, and also too I want to make it more like sweet potato, so I'm going to be adding additional nutmeg. And I'm just going to put a teaspoon, then mix it in all the way. I completed the batter. Now I'm going to take my pound cake pan, and I'm gonna grease it really good with my baker's joy, and I have flour and butter. You want to make sure you get all around the tube and everywhere. However, if you don't have it, just use butter and regular flour, and make sure you get it all around your pan. When I tell you I want to slap the mess out this phone to record on it, no, but I'm not, because I know it's not godly, and I know he don't want me to do that. Tell me why I recorded this whole session of putting it all together before I even put it in the oven, and it is not here. The whole screen just went blank. Why you gonna even do? How dare you do me like this? My kids got a new thing saying, "Oh, how dare you!" What I'm not going to do is keep on typing like this is a typewriter. No. What I'm going to do is do a voiceover. So after I did all that, which was not recorded, like I thought it was, I put it on 325 the oven. Baby, it's good about an hour and 45 minutes. Now I think because the first hour and 25 minutes I had it on 325, I feel like that was too over low temperature, so I had it turned up to 350, and I let it cook rest of the way. So I turned the stove off. I put a knife in it. It's pretty much come out clean, but I'm still gonna let just the heat finish making sure it's top a notch. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this in here, but I do have the stove off. I'll get back at y'all. Lord's will. Alright, I let it cool in the oven for about 10 minutes with the stove turned off. This is how it looks. Now I'm gonna let it cool for another about 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna put it on a cooler rack and let it cool for about 2 hours, if the Lord's will. So I'll get back to you, yes, y'all.
1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later.
Alright, so it done cooled down. So I want to put the remaining, I put some on already, but I wanted to add a little bit more because I did have more left over. Yeah, here it is, y'all. So I tell you, it looks so pretty. It smells good too. You see the cream cheese, so soft and moist. Cut the cream cheese. No, I should did let it cool more. Next time I think I'm gonna let it cool in the refrigerator and try this back tomorrow. I don't like my cream cheese warm either. I think when I brush on that the liquid from the potatoes, that probably got a little bit wet. I did kind of let it drip a little bit, so maybe that's the wet part. But it's not overly wet and it was so much. I think when I read it, I'll eat more of that cream cheese still. It probably a 5.9. But I guess I wanted to set more. If I would eat it more, but I will only eat it and take the cream cheese part out. But I'm trying to set it to see if setting it and it get cold, if the cream cheese, it will taste better. Yeah. Okay, so this is not the next day, this is actually the day after. Because I didn't eat it the day before. So yeah, I'm gonna see if it's set or if it tastes a little different. And like I was saying on the first one, with the part that's kind of mushy, not really mushy, but just a little bit wet. If I'm sure, how okay, I made the batter. That's the part that's more, more stiffer. And I put actually sweet potatoes in there. That's the part that's kind of it's the sweet potatoes. I looked at it again. I'm okay, this is the sweet potato part. The one that it tastes wet and soggy. It tastes a little. It's just certain parts. Hold on. I tell you, it smells so good though. How pretty it is. Hopefully, my thing is I wanted the
the cream cheese to be more like colder, but I didn't want the actual pound cake to be colder. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, okay, I hope it don't mess that up. But if you can see, like, you said, like, you know how like pie, sweet potato pie, it got like that little bit of. That's pretty much what the wet part is. Especially like this piece right here, how I see like it's more wet. That's the actual sweet potato part of it. You wouldn't even know it was. I keep forgetting I put Cheerios on top of it. That's the cereal I had. But if you want to use like graham crackers, the ginger snaps, or something like that, you can. But like I said, I just used what I had. I had those cereals. I'm like, it been up there for a minute. I'm like, okay, I don't want it to go to waste. So yeah, I still got a lot more. So I'm gonna use that to incorporate some other things. But yeah, let me get into it, y'all. Enough talking. With this piece, I got the cream cheese as well. This is good. Yes, I knew by the cream cheese being cold, it would be a huge difference. It's so much better now. Now, as far as the pound cake, the cake is so good, but I do want the pound cake to be, but a little bit more, just a little bit warmer. Because of course, it was in the refrigerator. However, if I kept it out, I feel like the cream cheese, of course, it wouldn't be. But my thing is too, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna keep this out of the refrigerator for a few hours. Then I'm gonna go back to it to see if the cream cheese warm up how I did like the first day, or if it do warm up, but it's still like kind of like room temperature, and to see, because this tastes so much better, y'all. Like I said, I want the pound cake to be a little bit warmer because I'm so used to like pound cake being room temperature, but it's not bad at all. I just shoot potatoes in it, the cream cheese, it's good. Yeah, the cream cheese part is so good. Okay, this is more of the wet part. If you can see right a little bit. That's more the sweet potato pie part. It's good though. It'll go to a 9.5 now. And not a 10 because, like I said, I want the actual pound cake. But like I said, I'm going to sit it out for a little minute to see if there's a difference. But yeah, it's a 9.5 right now. I probably should just let it set room temperature and then eat it for like a day or so to see. But yeah, I can't wait, y'all. Hey everybody, I'm back. This is actually 8 hours later. So I had it set it to room temperature out to like see if there's gonna be a difference. So look the same. The cream cheese, you see, it's everything, but it's the cream cheese I want to taste. Now I get a 10, y'all. Remember how I was telling you like the cream cheese earlier was good because I like it cold, but the other part I wanted to be warm. Like, like room temperature. It's perfect now, even though the cream cheese is not as cold as it was earlier, but it has gotten to room temperature to where it's still like cooler than it was the first day. So pretty much what that's telling me, I should let it sit longer the first day. I should just cut it like the day after. That's pretty much what it's telling me, but it just left it out. So I'm telling y'all who make this recipe, you need to make this recipe, y'all. So good. But yeah, just let it sit out. Those who make this recipe, just let it sit out. You don't gotta put it in a fridge. Just trial and error because it's my first time doing it. Like with cream cheese and the cake mixed together. But yeah, this is very good. Try this, y'all. Like I said, the cream cheese, you taste it, it's sweet, but you still taste that cream cheese factor. I like it because you taste sweet potato, but you also taste like the actual like dough of the cake of the regular cake. Like that combination, it's good. I don't know if you've seen that video when I just made the sweet potato cream cheese. You don't know if you've seen that video. This is so good. It went up to a 10, y'all. On certain parts, you do taste like you might see like it's wet, but it's not though. If you look closely, it's just moist from the sweet potatoes. It's just like when you're eating a sweet potato pie. The crust is like, harder because it's crust. But the actual sweet potatoes, it's a little bit of, okay, this is exactly how this is. It's not just a regular flour cake. It's a mixture. So yeah, it's a little bit, but not like overly. This is good, y'all. I'm not being biased. It's good. Now since I let it set to room temperature, dynamite. Scoot over, JJ, because this dynamite. 10 all day, baby. Ain't do that in a while, y'all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I should come over to dance. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to my chat.
Stop it. Get some help.
Don't do that again, y'all. You did it. Oh, yeah. I don't need to do that again. Y'all have a blessed day.